Hey guys, welcome back to Spilling the Reality, where we have all of the latest and greatest from your favorite show, MTV's The Challenge, and we are ready to recap right after episode 8 came on and talk to you guys about Cam pulling out some wins tonight, really showing her killer skills. We have Nam and Lolo drama, Big T and CT drama, and we are here to bring it all to you. So if you are joining us live in the chat, then drop us some comments as we go through tonight's episode and all of the topics. We'll be sure to hit on your comments. You guys are our third co-host, and you know it. So if you're joining for the first time, hit us in the chat. If we don't get to it as we go through the episode, we do have a whole segment at the end where we will talk about your comments specifically. So hit us with your thoughts and hot takes from tonight's episode. If you are not with us live, you're watching maybe tomorrow or you're on the West Coast, drop us a comment with your thoughts on tonight's episode below. Don't forget to subscribe so you get notifications every time we go live here on the Russell Hantz Show. And woo, we got an episode to talk about. So we talked about last week how great episode 7 was with the Theresa J drama, but here we are coming in hot with episode 8.
Yeah, we're gonna have some more drama tonight, which is always fantastic. It makes the episode go by super quick. Cam in the chat before we got started was saying how great the past 2 eliminations have been, and yeah, this one was really good too, y'all. So, what do you think, Trisha?
I thought tonight's episode was absolutely action-packed. From the daily challenge, we finally got a good daily challenge. Bravo, MTV and TJ for that one. And I cannot wait to talk about this elimination challenge with you tonight, Kylie.
Yes. Well, we love to talk about Josh, so it's going to be a great episode. So.
Yeah, and before we get too deep, I did want to plug our social media real quick. If you guys aren't following us at RealiTEA_TRHS on Instagram and Twitter, you are missing out on hot takes, latest news, and the best memes.
And other happenings of challenged people. So
yeah, we share it all. So we are following everyone for you, and we will post it in our story, on our page. All of the news. It's a one-stop shop. So y'all check us out at RealiTEA_TRHS on Instagram and Twitter. All right, Kylie.
So before we get too far into the episode, because we really got to see it right at the beginning, can we talk about Cam and Leroy and how they are just couple goals?
Yeah, I love Cam and Leroy. And they moved to Houston recently, and me and Kylie are Texans. So
hey, Cam and Leroy.
Yeah. I love Cam and Leroy, and
they're just so supportive of each other, and just you can tell that they genuinely do love each other. There's been other relationships that have happened on the challenge, and they always seem so toxic. And Cam and Leroy are just so supportive of each other. Like every time, Cam was fixing to go in, Leroy would run up and give her a little kiss, and I'm just like, they are so cute.
You cut out for a second, but okay. I think I got what you said. And are you throwing shade at Pauly and Cara?
Yeah, that's one of the ones that I'm throwing shade at. They're pretty toxic, and Cam and Leroy are the opposite of that.
Can't believe they're still together, but here we are.
It's not the most shocking thing from 2020, so who knows?
Yeah, so we start off this episode with, of course, Cam wanting to continue her revenge streak to throw in Theresa is her main initiative of this episode. She and her and Leroy talk like, we'll get Casey her gold school. We'll put Theresa down there, and Casey and Leroy will go in against. Casey and Leroy. Casey and Theresa will go in against each other.
Yeah, let Casey have her gold skull. It's probably inevitable anyways, and she gets to take out Theresa. So Cam's like, hey, this is great for me. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Win-win for us all.
Not for us all, because we're not all Theresa haters.
Okay. Well, win-win for
90% of people.
Okay, so I was actually thinking about this today, the whole like Theresa thing, and I love Theresa for entertainment purposes.
Yes.
I just would hate to play against her because she's so snaky. Like, she's so snaky I mean, I feel like even down to her remembering her damn Lululemon pants, and the top she was wearing.
But was she wrong?
That's the problem, is she's not wrong. And the fact that she's remembering all this stuff, I would just hate to play against her. So if I'm Cam, I'm wanting to make these same moves.
Yeah. I mean, I can see it from Cam's perspective, but I can also see from Teresa's perspective where she's trying to make a move. So, anyways, we're not going to rehash this for the third week in a row.
So someone commented on our video last week, and I don't know if you saw this comment, Kylie, but someone was like, I love y'all's bickering.
Yeah.
And I replied back to it, and I was like, thank you, because we love to bicker, to be honest.
We love to bicker.
So if you're new here, and you don't know that about me and Kylie, we pretty much just argue the whole show and make the chat pick sides. So welcome to the Thunderdome, where you are pretty much having to pick between me and Kylie at all times. Yeah. And no matter what, we're still friends and going to co-host the shit out of this show. But we will argue to the very end about every little thing.
Yeah, every little thing.
Yeah. So welcome. So moving into, we see Cam and Leroy really getting along, but who we don't see getting along is Leroy, Lolo, and Nam.
Oh gosh, this is a hot mess. Lolo, this episode gave us the Lolo we all know and love to watch self-destruct.
Love from a very far distance. And
love
my house.
Right. Love for the entertainment's sake. But this is the Lolo we've been waiting for. We've been seeing little snippets of it coming, and tonight she goes full Lolo.
Yes, and that's actually a verb now. Going Lolo instead of going loco. It's a verb.
Yeah.
What you do.
Yeah. So they're having this chat about, Nam is like, oh, I really trust Cam and Leroy. Like, they've got our backs. And Lolo's like, no, Nam, they don't. Like, you're riding with people that aren't riding with me. So we got to win, because they're not ever going to let me go into an elimination because I'm going to win. Do you agree with her? Is it a guarantee that Lolo wins in an elimination? No, it's not.
She's yet to win a daily challenge. She's not yet to even be close to winning a daily challenge. So I love that she really does think this highly of herself. I
mean, unless they set up some hurdles, it is not a guarantee.
She's not, exactly.
She will kick their ass in some hurdles or a bobsled.
Yeah, if it was like a speed comp, yeah, like hell yeah. But these challenges are definitely not like that, and they're not going to build a challenge for a Lolo, okay?
Right. And I think that, we really saw this with like Champs versus Stars and stuff. You may be an incredible athlete, but the challenge is next level. And we're really going to see this with her little beef with Anissa, because yes, Lolo, you might be a better athlete than Anissa, but Anissa is a challenger and she's going to whoop your ass.
Yeah, I mean, there is you are athletic, great, but then there's like also this aspect of the social game and the nitty-gritty, or the nitty-gritty, as Deli likes to say, that you have to have that as a bullet on your resume. And Lolo, absolutely, she is very nitty-gritty, but not in these challenges, more so with her craziness after she loses these challenges.
Yeah. So, we get this confessional from Nam where he's like, she's too dramatic. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there, buddy. That's exactly it. She's too dramatic.
Yeah, she's being a little much, and of all the people you want to go against in the house, your partner shouldn't be one of them.
They are butting heads, and they have all season. So if we were in a different world and Nam and Lolo did get romantically involved, do you think she would be having this kind of animosity towards him? Or is it because he's denying her the D?
I absolutely do not think it's because he just denying her the D. I think Lolo is this way regardless.
But she said she's not. Like, she says, I'm not like this in real life.
But she says
Don't you believe her?
when she is competing, this is how she is.
But is she ever not competing is the question.
Exactly. So she's
Exactly.
always this crazy. And I don't think it
Always.
matters what she has, whether it's
No.
CBD or the D. It doesn't matter. I think that this girl in this type of environment is this way, 100%.
Yeah, she's just next level.
She's
It's
gonna
good TV.
rip Nam to shred in every confessional opportunity that she has,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
into his face.
Yeah. And so we do get CT butting in like, hey, y'all, you need to work together because, you're each other's biggest assets. Just a piece of advice.
And yeah, I 100% agree with CT in this situation. Like I said, the one person you shouldn't be going against is your partner. Like, be mad at them all day. Like, Fessy, Anissa are oil and water, and Anissa literally picks him just to piss him off, but they don't fight every single episode, and Lolo can't get that through her head.
Dawn says, didn't Kelly from Amazing Race give some eyebrow hints that Lolo is exactly that way all the time? And yeah, our girl Kelly, she's not exactly the biggest Lolo fan. And I think it would be really interesting to have Kelly on again in the next couple weeks as we see more stuff unfold with Lolo, just to get her takes.
Yeah, and Lolo's telling Nam that, look, they don't have your best interest. Like, I know that you're
And she's right.
professional. Like, I mean, you're in with these people and all this, and he's like, she's like, you're a rookie, Nam. Like, they're gonna come after you. Like, why wouldn't they? Like, you're gonna have to prove yourself. And Nam's like, what does it mean to be rookie?
And the thing is Lolo's not exactly wrong. It's just her approach. It's crazy. So, also having some partner woes is we get CT voicing his little bit of frustration with Big T. And this is heartbreaking because we're Big T stans and Big T is doing her best, y'all. And this episode really, really shows that. So,
yes, it is. Oh, it's so hard to watch the Big T-CT partnership slowly crumbling throughout this episode. Like, even CT saying the words, like, I get it, Lolo. Me and my partner I don't always see eye to eye with her either. I have frustrating points with her, and I'm like, no.
Yeah. And I mean, there's got to be a big difference here. Like, being frustrated with Big T, who is not like this ridiculously strong competitor, and being annoyed with Nam, who looks like a god. Like, I can see Lolo's frustrations. I can see Big T. I can see Big CT's frustrations too, just because he's so competitive and he wants to have a good partner. But Big T, that's just not ever going to be her strengths, the competitions.
No, but I also think that this is karma because even CT says it himself that he should have picked Cam at the beginning. And I agree with you, CT. You really messed up here. And this is karma. Like, Cam is great in challenges, and she has proven that. She's proven that before this season, and she's continuing to prove it every time she goes down there. And I mean, you have Big T. Like,
yeah.
This is karma.
Yep, you made a mistake not picking her to begin with. But it was still a great little clip whenever he's like, why? Why should I pick you? So,
Dawn says that CT will ride with Big T until she gets eliminated. Love her, but she's going to eventually get eliminated. Yeah. And yes, there's no way that this little tiny thing makes it to the end.
Yeah. Also, talking about vendettas brewing in the house. We get, before the daily challenge, we get Kyle talking about his vendetta against Anissa and Fessy and how his whole point in being here now is to get revenge on them for sending him down. So, what do you think about this?
Yeah. Well, okay. Let's just spend a segment on Kyle for a second because Kyle
He's
was
gold.
pure gold this whole episode. Y'all mark it down
Gold.
that me and Kylie agree on something because Kyle was confessional gold. He was partner gold. He was everything we could want and more, from very small things to very big things. So here, Kyle, at the very beginning of the episode, Kyle is setting up for us that he wants this revenge against Fessy and Josh, Team Big Brother, for the fights and things that happened last week, and for Fessy and Anissa throwing him down.
Yeah.
I love that Kyle wants to go in and throw Fessy and Josh in against each other.
So
I
what?
love this.
We're in complete agreement. Kyle's amazing. What makes Kyle and his vendetta against Big Brother different from Devin and his vendetta? Because
Kyle is actually funny.
yeah, because Devin is intolerable and Kyle is amazing.
Devin is so cringe.
Is it the accent? Because Kyle sounds like a little leprechaun as he is spouting off his evil plans.
I'm gonna say no. Okay, so I don't know if everyone caught this, but did y'all see during the workout session? Y'all know how they do this? They show like it's like a Laguna Beach segment of the helicopter flying down the ocean. They do this working out segment to transition from scene to scene, and Kyle was like working out with Josh.
Yeah.
And they haven't been friends for weeks. So this was, and they were like working out where Josh is like lifting Kyle. They're kind of like joking around.
Yeah.
And this is where we see, while Kyle is like, at the end of the day, like, I'm going after y'all, like, y'all made this move against me. He still has such a good social and political game that he can joke around with these people.
Yeah,
Kyle is different than Devin.
Yeah. Yep, I think a lot of Kyle's, he puts it on for the show of, you know, he's very good in the confessional, and he's someone that you still want to root for, even if he's going against people that you like.
Even if he's going against you, like, I mean, even, you know,
kind of love him. He's just,
love to hate him kind of person,
love him.
where you hate to hate Devin, like, or you hate to love Devin. Like, you don't want to like Devin. You don't like Devin. You don't root for Devin. Kyle is the opposite.
Yeah. I was going to say, we also get Amber B talking about the Big Brother alliance and how, you know, she's been rocking with these people from day one. And I did not realize that, even though she played Big Brother, I did not realize that they considered Lolo part of the Big Brother alliance. Did you catch them saying that?
I did. So I wrote this down in my notes. Amber B's alliance of like her division. So Casey. In my head, when she originally said this group, yes, Casey, Josh, Fessy, and Lolo. I was thinking it was like the Big Brother plus Lolo. I was not putting the connection together that because Lolo played Celebrity Big Brother, that she's a part of their fucking alliance. What?
Yeah, she's part of Big Brother. So
but she's collateral damage. Like, y'all.
Yeah.
No.
Cut the cord on that one.
Like, here's the thing. Here's how I would think about this. I'm in the house. If it's someone like, I don't know, let's say Big T even, or a powerhouse like Cam, where they played Celebrity Big Brother, and that's why, maybe even why they're there, not because they're Olympian or anything. Then I consider you a part. I would then consider you a part of like the Big Brother group. But Lolo, I wouldn't want my alliance to be completely transparent. Would you?
I mean, I guess she's kind of a shield in that people are always going to be like, oh, no. I want her gone over y'all because no, Lolo, no. Don't want any. No, Lolo, because she's a mess. So I would hard pass on her.
Yes, that's how I feel. Why are we agreeing? What's happening?
What is this? Y'all mark this down. I don't like it.
Get out of here. We got to disagree on something.
All right, so let's get into the all brawl. Not a hall brawl, y'all, but an all brawl.
Yeah, so TJ brings us this challenge where it's the all brawl and it's the mud pit challenge where something fun is going to happen. And he tells us the instructions are to group number 1, which is a women's group. You have to find a challenge relic in this pond, pretty much.
Cold, muddy water.
And I'm like, okay, TJ, like, what kind of relic are you talking about?
Yeah.
And obviously the girls are like, okay, TJ, what kind of relic are you talking about? Because these girls get in there and they're picking up 500 fucking rocks.
Is this it? Does it have a special mark on it? Like what?
Is there like a challenge drone on here? Drawn.
Huh? What? Drawn.
Yeah, I got really distracted by this comment. Says,
okay.
Trisha looks like Natalie White. Kylie looks like Rupert's wife. And I want to say that this is a step up from being told I look like Trevor Lawrence a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I'll take Natalie White any day over
a man.
Over Trevor Lawrence. Okay.
All right. So first heat, we have Anissa, Big T, Cam, Lolo, and Nani. And my first reaction is like, okay, Lolo, this is your chance, girl. You want to win a daily challenge. You better high step it over this water looking like Jesus. And you better be in the middle of that lake.
You better just walk on water.
You better walk on water.
And we really got a lot of hype from Lolo. Like, Lolo went into...
I mean, y'all, she was like on the blocks thinking this is London 2012 and she's fixing to get a gold medal.
Exactly.
And she takes off and she does leap into the water like she's going over that first hurdle. Yeah, like she's going over that first hurdle.
First to the pond. She gets it.
Yep. But that's not the game. So what do you think about your strategy here? We do see a little bit more strategy in heats 2, 3, and 4, as opposed to my girl Nani. I love Nani, but this was a mess.
This was a whole ass mess. Well, I get it. Okay. I think phase 1 definitely had the biggest disadvantage in the fact that they didn't know what the relic was. They are just spilling around in this cold ass water with gloves on and are just like, I mean, okay, when I'm thinking a challenge relic, like it could just be so many things in my head. Like it could be a pole. It could be this thing. It could, I mean,
it could be a little, it could be a gold skull in there.
It could be a helmet. Like it could be a shoe, like the shoe that hit Wes in the face. Like what exactly is this?
Constitutes a relic. Okay. So the first group, they don't really know what they're looking for. And Nani finds it. And I'm like, yes, okay. Challenge draft team right here. Nani's my captain. Do something, girl. Let's win this. And as Kyle says in his confessional, Nani finds it and is basically like, I got it, guys. Here it is. Come take it. Yeah.
And she's like, your goal is to get out of this pond first with the relic.
Yeah.
So this strategy, not exactly flawless.
No, bad strategy here. So we end up with a little bit of a tussle coming with Anissa and Lolo and Nani. And Anissa gives us a confessional and is like, hey, you know what? I'm just going to push Lolo out of the way because if she's out of the way, then I'm just going to be able to grab Nani, who's tiny, and take it from her. So I just need to get Lolo out of the way. And
so she does.
She does, y'all. She moves that bitch straight up out of the way.
She grabs her by the neck. By the neck. And we will hear about this for the rest of the episode.
So, do you think this was crossing the line by Anissa?
Okay, if she was like truly choking her and like, bitch, I'm holding you under the water.
You are going to drink some mud.
But at the end of the day, like I I'm on Anissa's side here.
Yes.
Bitch, do not agree with me. Get out of here.
All's fair in love, war, and the challenge, as Johnny Bananas would say. And this is how you play the challenge. This is not a organized sport where there are rules like, sorry, Lolo, welcome to the challenge.
Exactly.
And Anissa did what she had to do. And sorry for your bad luck.
Short self wasn't going to beat you, Lolo. She had to do something. So she did what she had to do. And she got away with it. And TJ didn't say nothing to her that we are aware of. So, as far as I'm concerned, Denise is fine. And Lolo is a whiny little bitch at this point.
Yeah. So, we'll get back to this more in a minute. Nani ends back up with the relic. And I'm like, okay, here she is, y'all. She's just going to step out. Like it's 2 steps. Just get out of the water. But she decides, oh no, I'm going to be a bride on a wedding day. And I'm going to pitch this over my shoulder.
And guess who catches it, y'all? Cam herself.
Cam, and she just walks out of the water. No big deal.
What Nani should have done, Cam did.
Yeah. Yep. So Cam is the winner from Heat 1. As they come out of the water, though, we get the fireworks with Lolo.
Wait, pause really quick before we get to these fireworks. I just have to tell y'all that my favorite confessional of the episode happened right here before this even happened, when they're searching for the relic, where Anissa says, what's the relic? Like, we can't even find the damn relic. And she says, we look like a bunch of damn hippos.
Yeah, they did. That was funny.
And hippos are my favorite animal, so this was my favorite. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So back it on up to the fight. Lolo gets out of the water. Pissed. Bitch, you tried to choke me. You tried to choke me. And I'll play that shit. And if we were out on the streets, I would throw hands on you.
I would kick your ass.
And I'm like, you know what? If I were to throw hands at someone, I would probably do it in the challenge house, because you're probably not going to go to jail. And if you do it on the streets, you're probably going to get arrested.
And I'm probably not going to fight Anissa. Like, I'm sorry.
Right.
It'd be scrappy.
Yeah, I think Anissa has probably been in some fights in her day. I would not fight her. But, you know, where there is security there to help you from getting your ass beat, like, this is the ideal situation for getting into a fight.
Yeah, getting into a fight that you actually probably don't even like. I don't even think Lolo actually would fight her, to be completely honest. Lolo's a lot of mouth and a little bit of action.
Yeah. Yep. So she's going off, and Anissa's just like, are you done? I mean, I'm not even going to address you because you're crazy.
Relax, Lolo. Relax.
You almost choked me.
Dramatic. This is where Nam is correct about his partner and saying that she is dramatic, because she is. And if I'm Nam, I'm pissed, because I'm like, bitch, calm down, take it down like 10 notches, because you're going to get us both put in. And I want to win this challenge. Like, I don't want all this attention like this.
Yeah. So we're going to get more from this, y'all. It's not over.
We also did not talk about during this, and I know we're spending a lot of time on this. We won't spend as much time because the restaurant is like fun. There's one other fun phase, but anyways, Kyle yelling the entire challenge that Nani has it before anyone found it was also why we love Kyle. Yeah. And while Kyle is actually funny and gold, that man is pure TV gold.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to Heat 2, Fessy, Josh, Kyle, Michi, and Nam. This is where we see Nam actually have a little bit of strategy. Sneaky. He just moves it across the pond, and out he runs when no one's looking at him.
I want to just note he was using his hands, just crawling around on the bottom.
Yeah. So his worked very, very well. So, okay, the women, they're watching. They're taking notes. Here comes our girl, Theresa, and she's going to find it. But guess what, y'all? I'm going to grin like this the whole time. I don't have it. Yes, I do. Y'all figured it out.
Yeah, Theresa is just this. It's honestly creepy watching her crawl with her hands. Obviously,
so obvious.
and she's smiling like she is a kid at a candy store. She is Josh after an elimination challenge. Like, she is
cheesing. Like everyone knows, it's so obvious. So somehow Gabby ends up with it. Like, what? What landed in my hands? So, yep, Gabby, she wins heat 3. Okay, moving on. Heat 4. Corey, Darrell, CT, Devin, Leroy. This is also one that you really want to see. And no shocker here, pre-confessional of the challenge, CT says, yep, I'm basically going to say bye, motherfuckers. And that is what he did. He went in there. He, too, used the strategy of being sneaky and no
but he
props.
uses his feet.
Yeah.
So he's real sneaky. So he's not using his hands. Everyone else is on their hands and knees pretty much looking for this relic. And CT's just walking around because we need to note that Josh and Fessy, prior to this, were walking around blocking exits. Um, so they're on the defense. That's the strategy they're going to go with. And so CT, sees that and is like, they're doing a defense. And he walks around, he finds it with his feet fairly quickly, and is just pretty much getting this thing close to the edge and grabs it, runs. And Dawn, I do want to talk about this. How did Lee check CT's feet and still not find it?
Right.
Leroy was like barely even close enough. Like, I think maybe his fingers might have grazed it, but again,
or maybe it was far enough ahead of him. Like Leroy was feeling like right on his feet, and maybe CT kicked it a little bit further, and Leroy just couldn't find it. I don't know, but yeah, he was feeling all around down there and couldn't get it.
It was honestly, this was very impressive. So
yeah, yep. So on to round 2, and TJ tells us that, hey, you're going to go head to head with the other winner of that same gender. So finally, y'all, we are going to get a headbanger. We get CT and Nam. So going into it, who do you think is going to win?
Well, so CT tells us, or CT, there's too many damn acronyms in this show.
Yeah.
TJ tells us that they're going to have to pull it out, and whoever they have it, starting off, and they're going to pull it out, and whoever gets out of the pond first wins. And so I'm like, CT and Nam, like you said, this is going to be a headbanger. This is a headliner. This is like who we want to see. Yes, finally, good challenge. And I'm thinking to myself, Nam is actually going to put up a good fight against CT.
Yeah, like I think this is going to be good. This is going to be good. And it was.
It was good. They really, both of them fought so hard in this challenge. The problem was CT
once again, the challenge experience comes into play.
Yes. Definitely comes into play, and CT gets Nam on his back, which we saw this on one of the challenges earlier in the season. I can't remember which one. Where I'm like, are you people not taking notes? Like, y'all have pen and paper?
Yeah.
Anyway, CT gets Nam on his back, and Nam is like, you're not taking me down, bro. But CT's like, hell yes, I am. Like,
yeah, you are. You're going to drink some muddy water right here. And CT's damn near drowning him.
Yeah, I mean, Lolo's pissed about being choked, but
your partner's being drowned.
Yeah, your partner's going to have pneumonia after this, so you should calm your tits.
Yep. So then we're like, okay, now we're going to get a little competition with Gabby and Cam. And Gabby's like, oh man, why could I have not gone up against anybody else besides Killy Cam? And once again, Cam makes easy work of this girl, takes it from her. Gabby didn't want none of this.
Yeah, and we get to see, Cam walk next to Gabby, and I don't know if Cam is a very large female, because you guys are telling us in the chat, and we've tried to look it up, but apparently Cam's like 5.
They say she's 5'8". I think they said 5'8".
Like, she's shorter than I am, and Gabby looks like a child next to her.
Yeah, like Cam looks like a whole ass woman. Gabby looks like a baby.
Yeah, it's just,
and Gabby is fit,
super fit. So I really thought this was going to be more of a headbanger than it was,
Mm-mm.
and I was a little disappointed, and, if I'm Gabby in this situation, I'm gonna politic a little bit right here,
Yeah.
where I'm like, "Look, I
You
have
got a
some
skull.
people I wanna throw in, and I want a skull,
Yeah.
so let me do the dirty work this week, and
Yeah.
let me have that
Let
gold
me have
skull."
this win.
I mean, I would just try.
Yeah, why not? Why
Give it my
not?
all.
But
But
no,
Kim
she just kind of lays down. So, all right, moving on. Round 3. Ding ding ding. TJ's got to throw in that little twist, y'all, and it's not just going to be Cam versus CT, which would have probably been a really damn good matchup, but we get
really looking forward to that.
yeah, but we get nope, your partners are going to be competing and you have to both win. So you have to get 2 wins in a row, basically. So if CT wins, Big T has to win. If Kyle wins, Cam's got to win. And this is looking really, really unfair for poor little Big T. Not unfair, it's life, but it's looking like it's unbalanced for her. She had no
Yeah,
chance, but she put up a really good fight.
she didn't have a chance, but to be completely honest, I mean, the challenge, we know what the challenge is. We expect this from the challenge where there are going to be these challenges where height, weight, experience really matter,
Yeah.
and Big T doesn't have that.
Yeah.
So people like Big T don't stand a chance in these types of challenges. As much as we love her on the show, this just wasn't a challenge from her, and we all knew this from the jump. CT, Trisha
Yeah.
Kiley, Big T herself know that
The
this is
challenge
not going to be good for
gods,
her.
everyone, they all knew this isn't going to happen. So CT's pretty upset where she's just like, CT is like, no, like this is not fair. I thought that I had this one, and there's no way because Cam could beat me.
Yeah. And so Dawn makes a comment. The look on Kyle and Big T's face was the exact same, where
Yeah.
where Kyle is like pissed he has to go up against CT.
Yeah.
There's no way. He's so big, the legend himself, CT. And then we have Big T who's going to go up against Killa Cam. No way. The legend herself. How are you going to take out Cam? You're not going to be able to. So we're going into this, and I'm thinking Cam is going to beat Big T, and CT is going to beat Kyle.
And rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
So we get Big T and Cam's matchup first, and I'm pretty certain Big T's feet left the floor.
I'm pretty sure her soul left her body.
Yeah, she was gone.
Out of here.
She was gone. So, yeah, no, this was not any type of competition. Cam takes it, and she's even apologizing to her, like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to do this to you.
Yeah, it was just so fast and so nonchalant. Like Kyle said, Cam has this way about her where she takes these super physical competitions and it makes them look like they're so easy. And while I think the one against Gabby may have been a little bit more competition for her, the one against Big T was like taking candy
Easy.
from a baby.
Yeah. Yep. So, we're going to move into Kyle and CT's matchup, and they do give us a little bit of a competition, but ultimately Kyle's going to win the very first round. So this is the second time, basically, that Kyle has beat CT in a pole wrestle type matchup. So do you think CT threw this a little bit because he knew Big T's never going to beat Cam? Like, why waste my time and energy? Or do you think Kyle legit won?
I think that Kyle legit won. I don't think CT would at least do it the first round.
Mm-hmm.
Like Cam can get tired.
Yeah.
You never know what can happen. Watery could slip. I do not think that CT would just give this up like that. Um, Maybe like round 3, 4, yes. Because what's the point? But no, I don't think he did that this round with Kyle.
Yeah. I'm kind of on the fence. Like, I guess what's the point of going multiple rounds if we know that Big T's never going to beat Cam? And so, I'll put up a good fight, but It is what it is type of situation.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
I also think that like CT is just so pissed that
yeah,
he is even having to do this, that he's wanting to take his anger out, and so like he really doesn't mind doing these like back to back. To be honest, I mean,
yeah,
what else do you have to do? This is chump fake for him.
yeah. So, Cam and Kyle are double agents. What are they going to do with their responsibility? They're going to fuck some shit up.
Yeah, so we're here for it. Cam and Kyle both have their gold skulls, so it's really the house against the house this week, and we're here for it. We are
Yeah.
here for it, the drama.
All right. So when we get back to the house, guess what we get some more of?
Well, first
Lolo bitching.
whoa. How
Okay.
could you skip over such an important quote of the night?
I don't write
Okay.
down quotes. Okay.
Okay. So when y'all go back and rewatch this, when they walk through the door, Kyle is walking off this way and Michi's walking off this way. And Michi says, "Your breath stinks."
Nope. Completely missed that one. So
Like Kyle's like, "I won," like all the shit, and Michi's like, "Well, your breath stinks."
boom, roasted. All
Most
right.
important line of the episode.
Okay. I missed that one. That was a little zinger in there. But what we get a lot of is Lolo bitching.
A
And Lolo's
lot.
gonna bitch to anyone and everyone that will listen.
She's gonna
And
bitch to the
even
producers. She's gonna bitch to Josh outside of working out. She's gonna bitch to the
bitch
bird that
to
is
Kyle.
Caitlin Herman's grandfather, Papa Joe, coming in. Like she is going to bitch to the trees, the igloo, whoever.
Yeah. Yep. So she's bitching, y'all. And Kyle's like, well, at least they didn't team up on you. I mean, it was just one girl. So I think you're going to be okay, basically. And Anise is just talking and she's like, I'm just going to give her some time to calm down because she's being irrational. I cannot talk to her like this.
She's
So just,
like, she's still out there talking about this shit, and it's like
yeah.
not even that big of a deal. But
And you're like looking at Lolo through the window, hands are flying, acting it out. Anissa definitely makes the right decision
like
here.
Lolo,
Let cooler heads prevail.
I also think like I don't like to talk bad about these people, but I think
Yes,
that
we do.
Lolo is just a little bit immature here.
Yeah.
This isn't like things that adults do, to be honest, where
Right.
you are just can't let things go, can't have a rational conversation with her. And so at this point, I'm like, I'm not going to put you in elimination because you're going to screw yourself over so badly. Whether it be socially, politically, it doesn't matter how physical you are,
Yeah.
you're not winning.
Right. Right. So just
Sorry, Lolo.
lots of bitching from Lolo.
Lots. Like a whole
Whole ass segment.
segment on this.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in that and like you haven't watched the episode yet and you're here for this recap because like you haven't watched the episode and you're like, dude, you can just fast forward through this part.
Because it's the same thing again and again and again. She
Yeah.
choked her. She choked her. And how Lolo does competitions, you don't play like that.
Right. So Kyle and Fessy, or Kyle, now that he's won, he really is adamant about sending in Fessy and Josh. Like he is like, look, Fessy and Anissa sent me in. I want revenge on them. I have every reason to send them in.
Yeah.
Plus,
So
Fessy and Josh came at him. Josh threw a drink at him last week.
yeah.
So he has all the reasons to send in Fessy and Josh, and he really is after this Big Brother alliance.
Yeah, and he's going to put in the work in the igloo to try to make this happen. He wants the house vote to be Fessy and Anissa, and then he wants to send down Josh and Nani. So that they have to go against each other, and we're going to break up the Big Brother alliance.
So he's going around during the igloo and talking to Amber M, talking to Gabby, talking to these rookies and telling them, y'all put in Amber, or y'all put in Anissa and Fessy.
Yeah.
And I will ensure that Amber is safe. Your ally, I will ensure she's safe because I want to put in Josh.
Right. So Cam brings up a really, really good point that I think is overlooked in Kyle's campaigning. And that is, we don't know that this is for sure going to be a male elimination. So you don't want to necessarily make this move right now because you could be sending in Anissa and Nani, not Fessy and Josh. But
Right.
Kyle steams ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just Kyle is really wanting to push this agenda. And I feel like him and Cam, they have a good partnership. They have a
Yeah.
great conversation, a very adult conversation where Kyle is saying, like, I want to put these two in, and Cam's the logical one, the little angel on the shoulder, like, that doesn't exactly make sense. And also, that is like the whole Big Brother alliance. So I'm not trying
They're
to.
all going to be coming back for me.
And he was like, I mean, she had a great point. I think she said
Yeah.
in confessional where one of them is coming back no matter what.
Yeah.
So whether it be, Nani, Anissa, Josh, Fessy, one of them are going to come back into this house. And that isn't good for me.
Right. So, no, this isn't my plans. Also in the igloo, separate from Kyle's campaigning, we do get a really heartfelt conversation with Big T and CT, and this like breaks my heart for Big T. I want to cry because she so genuinely wants to do well for CT.
She does. How she wants to perform for CT, like it's like she wants to do better for CT than she really even cares about winning the $1,000,000.
Right. It's like she wants to do well for him more than she wants to do well for herself.
It is so precious. And this is
Just
why we love her.
why we
Love
love her.
Queen
Because
T.
she's just the sweetest, and it made me so sad to see her so emotional. And
And
we
if
do get
we
the
ever get her on our show, I am vowing to y'all right now that I will wear a crown and I'll be Queen T and she'll be Big T, or she can be Queen T and I'll be just regular
you can be
Trisha.
princess.
I'll be Princess T, but
Yeah,
I vow to
yeah.
y'all that I will wear a crown and maybe jewels on my face. Like
Okay, yes, we will do the whole damn thing.
the whole damn thing.
So,
Because we're gonna make it happen.
yeah, Big T,
At Big T.
we love you. Please come talk to us. Okay, so moving on. Let's move on to
Amber M and Amber B.
yeah, Amber M and Amber B. So, they've had a really good friendship this whole time. And Amber B's like, yeah, she's kind of served her purpose for me. Like, I enjoy her company, but
Done.
done.
Don't need her
Time to,
anymore.
I am staying true to the Big Brother Alliance, and it's time to sever ties.
Yeah, and Amber M doesn't exactly feel the same way.
She's like, bitch, you better not. You better not.
But Amber M also doesn't want to do anything about it. So
Yeah.
I'm Amber B here.
Yep, I am Team Amber B. She's playing a really smart political game. Hopefully, we get to see her be competitive. We are getting a little bit more confessionals from her the last 2 episodes.
Exists.
She exists. She's on our TV screen, so we'll see what happens with her. But that moves us into the deliberation. And yeah.
Well, we go into this deliberation, and I don't know if y'all saw this, but I was really paying attention to detail this episode, I guess. And
okay.
Amber M walks into this pissed.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Remember, walked in,
she had her arms crossed. Super defensive from the get-go. She's ready to throw down for the bitches saying her name.
She's pissed. So conversation starts and it's Michi, of course, and he's like, I don't want to go in.
Yeah. Well, me and my partner discussed it, and we decided hard pass. Go in. Hard pass.
And this was another one of my favorite moments from this episode where CT says, is that how it works now?
Yeah, like we get to choose, and the whole time Michi is talking, CT is looking at him like he is the dumbest piece of shit to ever be on our television screens. seriously, if looks could kill, CT is killing him because he's not having it. And
I mean,
this, like the
I
OGs, CT and Darrell are just running with this, like laughing at Michi for making this ridiculous ass statement.
and I had this same thought. As CT and Amber are pitching why they should not go in, blah blah
We don't want
blah.
to.
Um, when do you want to go in?
Right. Exactly.
And can you win something so that you can choose? Because in the house vote is not the time, sis.
Right. Right. So, nope. Sorry for your bad luck. We do not care about that. Knowing that they are going to be the compromised agents, do you think this comment from them was the turning of the tide? Or do you think because we don't get to see the votes completely, do you think, it would have gone this way regardless?
I think it was going to go. So I truly do think that the votes are made up before this deliberation ever happens.
Right.
Just from like production standpoint, I know they do this, but yeah, I think the votes are made up always before we even get to this point. I don't think this conversation ever matters. It's just for show. So they were going in no matter what, and they pitched a shitty ass argument, so it didn't help.
No, it was so ridiculous. So ridiculous. So we get the chamber deliberation with Kyle and Cam, and Kyle gives us a little bit of a nugget here, y'all. And he tells us, hey, before we came in, Amber B pulled me aside and told me that she's going to vote for Michi and Amber M, but she doesn't want anyone to know. So she wants me to keep it a secret. And she obviously hasn't seen me play because that's not how I do shit. And I'm going to fuck this up.
This gold confessional from Kyle where he says, "You don't give me information because I will screw you over." I probably sound more like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, you totally sounded like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You completely nailed the Nam impersonation. Not so great on the Kyle Leprechaun. Okay, but yeah. Especially knowing that he hates Big Brother. Like, what are you doing, Amber B? This is terrible. This was a terrible decision. Hey, Bob. Yeah.
This was not well thought out.
No, terrible decision.
The fact that Amber B and Amber M both went to him.
Yeah. And so Kyle's like, but wait. Not only did Amber B say something to me, but Amber M also said, hey, I want you to tell me if Amber B votes for me.
Yes. And here's, okay, y'all. So I'm getting like these equal thoughts during this time. Like Kyle has come over me. Okay, those are sound effects because we don't have a soundboard. Anyways, and I'm like, okay, Kyle, like we don't see the vote. So I'm like, but I'm assuming Amber M is going in and Michi. Okay. So then I'm like, okay, Kyle, you want to go after Big Brother Alliance? So what if you put in Amber B against Amber M?
Except that he's thinking that this is going to be a male elimination. So
it would be Michi against who's Amber B's partner?
Darrell.
Okay.
That's not who you want to piss off. So, yep, nope, that's not really going to be an option for him. So, knowing that, okay, let's talk about the cliffhanger. So, they're not going to show us who gets compromised. They've decided, hey, we are going to take this into the crater.
They not only don't show us who gets compromised, but they don't even show us who voted for who because there's drama surrounding this, and I'm pissed.
Yes, I want to know the votes. I want to know the votes. They'll show us in the extended version. I don't want to wait for that. I want to know right now.
I don't give a shit about the extended version. Like as a viewer, you can't tell me. And I'm also pissed that y'all, like, if this was what y'all wanted to do the whole season, then do the whole season. Like,
why? Why all of a sudden? Don't like this. Don't like this.
Pissed with a capital P, capital T at the end.
Pissed.
So, all right. So then we get this heartfelt moment though. After the votes, they go back to the house, and Anissa does finally get a chance to talk to Lolo. Lolo has calmed down. She gives it a day or two, and Anissa says, "Look, homegirl, that isn't what I meant it by. Like, if that's how this is gonna be, I will go below the neck. Like, she was like, I wasn't trying to like hurt you or
Yeah, next time
malicious
she's
intent.
gonna punch her right in the boobies. I
And she's like, I
mean,
don't want to go for your legs. Like, because you're like Olympian. Like, what kind of American would I be if I did that? She's like, I'll just go for your toe.
no, she
Anyways,
needs her toes to run. So like she needs her neck. She can't breathe without it. So keep it between the crotch and the boobs. These are your okay zones, Anissa.
yeah. But okay. So she apologized to her. Lolo's pacified, I guess. Like, Lolo doesn't really
Yeah.
like give us a vibe
Low key, Lolo is still pissed and she's not going to let this go. I would be willing to bet that this comes up again.
100% because Lolo doesn't let shit go.
Petty. So
Petty.
we move into the crater. Do-dum-dum. That's also a sound effect.
This is where y'all come for the show that don't got no soundboard because we are very technical. So
this is what you get. All right. So we find out, yes, Amber, M, and Michi are the compromised agents. Like, what the fuck? We told y'all that we didn't really want to do this. So why did y'all vote our names?
We said we didn't want to go in. Why did you throw us in? We didn't want this. This isn't how this works. We didn't want to go in.
We said no. We said no.
Y'all.
But they're compromised, so down they go. And
I bet the reason they didn't show us the votes is because everybody voted for them.
Yeah, I think most of the people probably did. So, yep, you're compromised. Get your asses down there. So
hashtag sorry, not sorry.
Yep, hashtag rookie mistakes. All right. All right, so we get Kyle and Cam getting to decide who they want to send down, and Kyle gives his little speech of there were several factors going into this decision, and we had to put it all together, and we decided we're going to send in Josh and Nanny.
Josh and Nanny, you're going into the crater.
That was better. Josh and Nanny. And Cam's going to back her partner up. Josh is going to get to go down against Michi.
I like that decision also.
I mean, I'm fine with it because I'm like
Cam said she likes that. She's like, I like that decision. I'm going to go with my partner.
Okay. Yep, I'm fine with it too. Me and Cam, we're on the same page here. So that's great. Yep, that's fine. So
also, don't know at this point that it's a male or female. So I'm just, we don't know.
We don't know for sure, but I mean, Kyle and Nani are cool, right?
Kyle and Nanny.
Have Kyle and Nanny never had sex? Because
I feel like they have, like in the, not in like the known part of the challenge, but like in
they've got to have.
Room part of the challenge.
Yeah. Okay, but anyways, I think that
they definitely have.
We're
putting it out.
Yeah. Yep. So, maybe he's got a little bit of soft spot in his heart. He wants his old partner Nanny to get a gold skull if it is the girls' elimination. But yeah, here we go. So,
and before they ever do anything, we get a little panoramic of the crater. And we can see that it is balls and walls down there. And I'm like, this is the same challenge that Tori and Anissa did. Bitch.
Yeah. So, first of all, can we rename all of the challenges? Last week, we had the helicopter teabag. And this one, we're going to call balls to the wall.
Balls to the wall plus puzzle. Because
balls to the wall. Balls to the wall 2. Because we have done balls to the wall 1. No puzzle. But yep, so TJ says this is balls to the wall extreme. And you have to do a puzzle and our balls are heavier.
Just like last week, we got the Leroy J challenge where the length of fire escape was 2 times longer, with 3 times as many humps.
And is more fire.
More fire, more humps. And for $19.99, you can get double the balls.
So, heavier balls and a puzzle. So, okay. Josh, he's pumped, y'all. He is ready.
Elimination.
Michi is like, okay, well, here goes nothing. I don't know, y'all. I'm not very good at anything. So
They rip their things off to do their puzzle because they have to do the puzzle before they do the balls
yeah,
to the wall, and it's a slide puzzle.
it's a slide puzzle. And Michi says, you know what? I don't know what this is. It's just a bunch of scribble scrabble. Bitch, it's clearly the skull. Before y'all even started, I knew it was going to be the skull. That's like a Survivor slide puzzle not being the logo. Come the fuck on. It's obviously the skull.
Yeah, like I don't know like what Michi actually did to prepare to come on this show, but it wasn't anything
swimming, running, or puzzles.
It wasn't anything that's actually on the show. So yeah, like he's definitely gonna struggle here. Ashley may need to get with him, tutor him a little bit because
Ashley, holler at your boy, let him know what apps you got downloaded on your phone because he needs help.
He can't even tell what the picture is. So Josh finishes his puzzle like in 0.5 seconds, which
kills it. Way to go, Josh.
Talk about that like separately real quick. Let's just focus on Michi. So Josh finishes his puzzle very quickly, and Michi's looking at his puzzle like.
And once again, Anissa coming in with a confessional like, you dumbass. Looking at his puzzle is not going to help you because your pieces are in different places. It is a slide puzzle. You cannot cheat.
And plus, you like almost always know what the picture is on a slide puzzle, or at least you should, which is the whole point in a slide puzzle.
Yes, it's not like you're trying to also figure out the picture. It's very simple. You can tell what it is because you need to know where the pieces go. So, Michi, this was embarrassing.
And before this challenge started, all I could think about, I was like, I swear to God, if Josh loses to Michi, then I'm going to lose my shit because Josh can't win an elimination challenge. That's what I'm thinking going into this. I'm like, oh, rookie Michi's about to come kick big Josh Meatball's ass, and here we go.
Yeah.
I was wrong because homie can't even do a slide puzzle, so Josh kills it.
Josh kills the slide puzzle. Not the whole thing. He kills the slide puzzle. If it would have just stopped like slide puzzle done,
it would be nothing.
Like, it would have been as impressive of a win as Leroy on the hump fire escape. But no.
It wasn't. They didn't have to throw their balls to the wall. But wait, there's more.
And he's got to heave-ho his balls out of the barrel. And no problem with that. He tips his balls.
And balls right over.
Yep, balls are rolling on the floor. And he starts to pick these balls up, y'all. It is indescribable. If you have not watched the episode,
you can fast forward to the whole thing because we told you about it, but this is really hard.
You need to watch because indescribable. How a grown man throws like a 5-year-old. So uncoordinated. And Fessy gives this confessional and he says, Josh is really athletic, but then he's also like really clumsy. No, Josh isn't really athletic. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I think Kyle's confessional was better.
Gosh, yes. No, Kyle's confessional is the best.
Where he says, Josh has a brain the size of a peanut and still beat Michi at this point. So
yeah,
Michi can catch up to Josh. So regardless of
we get TJ though just losing his shit laughing at Josh and his throwing abilities because it is so freaking terrible.
He is just y'all. I can't get far enough back to like show y'all this with my headphones in, but like
he throws like a girl and not right.
Don't say that because girls way better.
I'm not going to. Okay. It's ridiculous. I'm not going to say what he really throws like, but
it's just awkward.
It's ridiculous.
It's so awkward. And like It's like I would not ever to even think to throw like this.
Yeah.
I can't even describe this with my body, with my it's so
Yeah,
unnatural
I
how he
can't
is.
throw like that. So, I don't know.
Kudos to Josh for throwing in a very unique way.
Yeah. But I think he forgets the part where, hey, you're going to use the slide puzzle to tell you which spaces are open. And finally, the big meatball turns around and figures it out, y'all. And snap, snap, snap. He throws his balls through the wall, and Michi is eliminated.
Yeah, well, Josh is throwing these and it's like hitting all the things and he can't throw it. Even when he gets them through the things, still I'm like, why aren't you throwing these like a granny, like granny style? Like really get it up there because this wall is so tall.
Yeah.
Like CT threw the shoe at Wes's face harder than Josh was throwing these balls at the wall. And I'm like, what is even happening here? Like, what
Yeah.
am I actually watching? But I did love how MTV really edited this into like this joking moment where everyone sound is cut,
Everyone is laughing at them.
everyone's laughing, TJ's laughing, which is just a soundtrack to itself. And it is music to my ears.
Yep, this is great. Worth Josh getting his win is getting to see him win in this fashion and everyone making fun of him.
And then we cue Josh's celebration.
Yeah,
This is what a challenge win feels like.
this is
Just
what it
like
feels like.
Kyle's confessional here
Yeah,
was,
and
I want to thank mom. I want to thank my mom, my neighbor,
my
my
neighbor's
neighbor's
dog
pet,
whispers.
Mittens.
Mittens, that's it.
It was
So
so
funny.
so good.
Kyle has his Josh impersonation down to a T.
Whereas Kyle has his Josh impersonation down, I don't have Kyle's impersonation down.
Right.
I will work on it. I'm sorry for failing you, Kyle. I will do better. But this episode being narrated by Kyle was the best ever, and the fact that Josh went down and won in this manner
And celebrating.
have made this episode.
Right. Just gold. Josh
This is what a
a
challenge win feels like.
and then cue the tears.
Yo, Devin, you want a hall brawl? You want a hall brawl?
You need to calm down.
He says.
I know he does. But Devin is looking at him like, calm down. Like, you just made a fool out of yourself trying to throw these balls. Like, you did not do anything impressive. Calm the
Yeah,
fuck
he
down.
says, if I hope that there are no ball throwing before the hall brawl.
Right. So calm down, Josh. Calm down. But anyway, so we get a little send off for Michi, and Michi's like, I did fine. Like,
Yeah,
whatever.
and you know what? The great confessionals don't end there because we get TJ telling Michi that, bro, you're not that good at puzzles. And Michi's saying, well, I had fun.
Yeah,
And
and TJ's like,
that was the hardest part, was knowing that you were still having fun and watching you struggle so much. But TJ does give us a glimpse of hope that Michi will be back. And
maybe.
I don't know. I could see him coming back. He is entertaining.
He's entertaining. He gets some good confessionals. He is not a good competitor. I don't know if Michi wants to come back. Just from his last confessional. Because he's like, yeah, if I come back, then I was like, yeah, he's not really sounding like it.
Like still together because I mean we know that they were like hooking up in the house.
I don't know. I would doubt it, but I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna look it up. We'll post it on our social media.
Okay. So now it's time for Josh to choose. Do you want to keep your partner Nanny? Do you want to take Michi's partner Amber M? And we get Amber M over here going, no, don't pick me. I'm like, bitch, nobody wants to be with you either. Like, you are not better than Josh.
Amber M, I feel like really doesn't understand how this game works.
Yeah.
But listen, here's the thing. While she doesn't understand how this game works, I absolutely at this point do not want to be partners with Josh because TJ tells us before this challenge begins that all of the men's skulls will be taken after this and that only skulls can be stolen. Therefore,
Josh and Devin are going to be easy targets every week.
A male going in every week that has a gold skull already is pretty much what's going to be happening because otherwise it doesn't make sense.
Josh, Devin, I hope you enjoy the eliminations because you're going to be seeing a lot of them.
And that is why I don't want to be partners with Josh. Like, if I'm Amber M, even though I don't think Amber M thought this at all, but even if I'm Nani, I'm like, bro, do me a favor.
Someone else. Do me a solid. Yeah, so, but Josh, loyal AF, and he is going to stick with his girl, Nani. She's my best friend, and there's no one I want to help get to a final more. So here we go, Nani. We're going to do it together.
Yeah, so goes back to Nani, and poor Nani is so excited. And I'm like, do you know what this means, girl? You're about to go in every single week. But, you know, that means Amber is the rogue agent next week.
The first female rogue agent.
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't do anything. You got voted into an elimination. You've not done anything special. Why are you so excited?
I mean, I don't know. I'm very confused by her. But we did get the preview for next week. So before we hit on the comments, y'all, we're about to go to the comments. Let's talk about the preview for next week.
Trivia!
It is trivia week. So whoop, whoop. We all love TJ's trivia. So we're so excited about this. And Amber M is going to go back in that house and probably start some drama with everyone who voted for in, which is probably everybody. And I'm here for it.
Yes, it's going to be exciting. That is the best news about her coming in, and she can do it without fear of being put into the elimination. So hopefully she is going to cause a little bit of chaos in the house this week.
Yeah, I mean,
but let's talk about the trivia. Right now, let's place bets. Who gives the dumbest answer in trivia?
Nani.
I am personally offended for Nani. Okay?
She's not good at trivia, though. She's not.
Okay. Let me tell you who's going to give the dumbest answer.
Okay.
100% Kyle.
Okay. We'll see.
Is
it going to be Nani? Is it going to be Kyle? We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
Reseller says Amber M.
I think it's going to be Kyle. So we'll see. All right.
She's not playing this one, though. She's not going to play, right?
Oh, yeah. Amber M won't play, so we will not get to see her do this.
Sorry. Pick someone else, Cajun Reseller.
All right. So
let's hit up the chat. It is chat time.
Cole says, I think Leroy should have picked Cam after he won the last elimination because that means one of them has to go in again. And then Jim responds with, Cam and Leroy want two separate teams running the finale, so they double their chances at winning. I agree with this thought. You know, if they are together, they're going to be a target. Kind of like, you know, with Jordan and Tori last season where they had two chances at winning the money. They should absolutely not be partners.
I agree. Unfortunately, I agree with Kylie. And this is, y'all, I've hated this whole episode. This is probably our worst episode because me and Kylie have agreed so much. We're sorry.
Yeah. If we didn't argue, we wouldn't really be friends.
And that's a fact.
Facts on facts.
What else? Cage's Reseller says that he's going to go with Josh if Amber M is not the winner of this challenge this week.
Okay, so we got bets on Josh.
Bayou says it's definitely Kyle and his teeth and his earplugs and his headbands.
Yep, Kyle is gold. I don't think he's the smartest, so I'm going to go with him giving a really dumb answer.
Asian Reseller says that best friends don't win finals, referencing Josh and Nani being partners.
Yes, again. True. Facts. Let's see what else we've got up here.
Cam K says like Lolo's looking like a ticking time bomb.
Yeah. Boom. Girl boom, is boom, boom, boom. Going off. Emil says, I think Anissa's move on Lolo was physical, but it didn't cross the line as malicious or dirty. I agree.
Yeah, and if I feel like my personal stance on that is if Lolo cannot handle that, and that is not the type of player that she is, and she wouldn't do that to get $1 million, then she probably shouldn't come on this show.
Right. Emil also says Cam and Leroy have been the best players in the game. They've been killing it in the challenges, eliminations, politically, and socially.
Agree, 100%.
Yeah, they are killing it right now.
Abby, haven't seen your name before, so I think you're a new viewer. Thanks for coming. She says, I wish I could watch these live and talk to you guys, but the show hasn't even aired where I live. Don't worry. Just drop your comments on the episode afterwards, and we read all the comments. So we bring your comments to this show.
Yeah, and we will reply to you, and we can have a conversation there.
Yep.
So, let's see. So Lightning Pro asks, who do you guys think the best players in the game so far? Yeah, I mean,
Leroy and Cam haven't stand a good chance, but let's just like carve them out. Let's say who overall is the best team as of right now.
I mean, the best team I feel like is probably
Cam and Kyle.
Cam and Kyle. Yeah. Cam and Kyle. I mean, the other teams that you look at as being pretty strong are probably like Leroy and Casey. I think Cam and Kyle just are better socially. Yes, Casey is friends with everyone and nobody really ever targets Casey, but I don't think she's got the sway that some of the others do, especially Cam. So I'd probably go with that duo. I don't know where Trisha went, but that's okay, guys. We'll scroll through here some more. R&B asks, will Russell ever play Survivor again? Off topic, but I sure hope so, because obviously Russell is amazing to watch play Survivor. So, Jeff Probst, bring him back on. Let's see. I'm back to where Trisha was caught up. So, let's see. Amber B is going to sit back and do nothing in the game. Yeah, she's going to continue to do nothing in the game because she hasn't really done anything to this point so far. We have gotten to see her come alive a little bit the last few episodes and getting some confessionals. I do think she's playing a pretty good social game. She seems to be in really good with all of the rookies. She does have her Big Brother alliance, and then she is also, kind of making, some connections with some of the vets. So I think Amber B is in a good position socially. Whether or not she can compete physically, TBD. So, do y'all have any other comments? If not, we will start to wrap it up. Here's Trisha. She's back. I think we've gone through all the comments. So,
all right, guys. Well, then let me grab my mug. End of our show. All right, guys. Well, everyone who joined us live tonight, thank you so much. As we said at the beginning of the episode, you guys are our third co-host, so we appreciate you guys as always. If you are not joining us live, be sure to drop us a comment on your thoughts on tonight's challenge episode. We will reply to you. We pretty much reply to all of our comments. We appreciate you guys so much. We are a new show and a new channel. So you guys giving us those comments really means the most to us, and we appreciate it. If you could also hit us with a thumbs up if you are liking the content that you see, it would be greatly appreciated. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you want to know every time we go live here on the Russell Hantz Show to talk about your favorite reality TV shows from Big Brother, Survivor, MTV's The Challenge. We've got it all. So check us out. Hit us with that subscribe button. And we will be back next week after the episode to talk about everything going on the challenge. Don't forget to give us a follow on social media at RealiTEA_TRHS. That is at RealiTEA_TRHS on Twitter and Instagram for all of the latest reality TV happenings, including chaos between Amber M and Michi. So y'all go give us a follow. We had Leo Rush on with us a few weeks ago, so y'all go scroll down, check that out. Let us know your thoughts on that episode and give us a follow. We will see y'all next week. Cheers. Bye, y'all. See y'all next week.